Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap and Review, I'm having an adult beverage, and tonight I'll be discussing Morally Grey by Lynn. I did get this at Sinful Signings a couple years back, so it is signed, but I did read the version off of KU. Of course, I'm giving my honest opinion. Now, because I got this at the signing, she actually gave me character art so that you can see yourself what these characters look like, and I just love them. These are the highlights and the content warnings. And my rating for this book is a 4.75, so what's it about? So this book is about Jinx, who lives in a world where everyone is sorted into hero, villain, best friend, love interest, henchman, and the category that everyone considers to be the worst, a background character. For Jinx, she comes from a prestigious family of heroes and love interests, so everyone expects her to be sorted into one of those categories. But surprisingly, she is sorted into being a background character, a humiliation that has her being cast out and forgotten by her parents. But surprisingly, Jinx loves being a background character as she doesn't have to live by the forced expectations of the other classifications. She loves her quiet and routine life. That is until one day when the notorious villain Ren Valder robs her bank and kidnaps her. Now she's forced to live among the villains that she was always taught to fear, but it actually shows her what she's always known. Sometimes it's the so-called heroes that are the villains you need to fear, and sometimes you need a villain to sweep in and rescue you. So what are my thoughts? Again, I'm giving this a 4.75. Now, this book was a lot of fun to read. If you love villain romances because you want a man who will burn down the world for you, then you should definitely check out this book. It had everything I love about villain romances. It had stalking, kidnapping, and other violences, not just to keep the female main character safe, but also to make her happy. Was it a little bit over the top? Yes, especially their wedding, but it's a superhero romance. It definitely fit the vibe of the book, and I really enjoyed it. So much, in fact, that when I need a villain romance hit, I'm probably going to reread this book. Now, along with the vibe of this book, I also enjoyed the author's commentary on how the title of hero doesn't make you a hero. Instead, it's your actions, and that how these heroes not only will sacrifice you for the greater good, but how they may actually be the villains in hero spandex, and how the villains, which are supposed to be these horrible people, may actually be more accepting than the heroes. I mean, take Ren's parents. They are the quintessential villains. Ren's father is actually the counterpart to Jinx's father being the hero-villain combo match, so there's a lot of animosity there, but still, they were so warm and welcoming towards Jinx and accepting. Like, if she had become a hero, mind you, a morally gray one because she has some changes in classifications, I think they still would have found some way to welcome her, love her, and accept her simply for the fact of how happy she made their son. And that's all they wanted, was their son to be happy. Now, when it comes to our characters, we first have Jinx, who I think is a complete badass. She seemingly has the perfect life, and the worst thing to ever happen to her is being sorted into being a background character. But surprisingly, it's the best thing to ever happen. She definitely embodies that saying of not all villains are born, some are made. And after everything she's been through, what did everyone expect? She is a complete badass. And with Ren, I just love how absolutely gone he was for Jinx. Like, he embodies a villain in love, and I loved it. Now, I will say this is not a literary masterpiece. There are some editing issues, and I do wish there had been a little bit more world building just around how the sorting came into being, but the storyline is pretty straightforward that you're still able to enjoy it. But this book was a complete vibe. I had a blast reading it, and I do plan to read the next book, which I understand it is a next generation book, so I'm actually really excited for that. Overall, I do recommend this book. I had a lot of fun reading it, and I hope you give it a chance, and I hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.